Good evening, folks. Hello and welcome. Welcome to Entirely From Memory. My name is Pete McGilligan and I will be your host this evening. What does that mean? It means I'm your guide to a show that I can only describe as confusing and necessary of a guide. Tonight, we will be performing the film Titanic Entirely From Memory. But before we get to that, could I just for a moment invite you to make use of our chat and just let us know, one, where you're from, and two, really, whether or not you're looking forward to tonight's show. I am. I have no idea how it's going to go. I often don't know how it's going to go, but I really don't know how tonight's going to go. Let us know where you're from. Hello, John Hill. Oh, hi, John Hill. Hello, Evan Prezant, watching from Brooklyn. Where are you watching from? That's a great second response. Where you're watching from. Just what our global reach is, because didn't Titanic affect everybody? It was a global phenomenon. For tonight, while we're going through all of this, oh, hello, from Portland. From Portland and, well, living here in Manhattan. Hello, Kyle. Hello. From Sacramento, Sunnyside, Lauren Pisano. Hello, Lauren. Watching from Illinois. Hello, Karen Thomas. Karen Thomas. I would argue one of my favorite Thomases, possibly my favorite. I don't want to start a fight. For tonight, just a little bit of a hint of what's to come later on down the road. Tonight's show is best watched with your computer in front of you, watching the show through that, and your phone in your hand, handy, nearby. That will become clearer why in just a few moments. Basically, the way I watch everything. And if you're my age, or maybe younger than me, probably the way you watch everything, with your computer in front of you and your phone in your hand. Those of you who are watching on TV, it should still be all right. Those of you who are watching on YouTube, not in Zoom with us, those of you who are watching through Facebook, it should still be all right. There may be a little bit of a delay between us and you, but still, we can hear you and you can respond to us. For right now, before I get to what that phone is going to be used for, I would like to take a moment to invite you to remember Titanic. Remember that film that was in theaters for over a year. Remember that film that just kept making money, that wasn't number one at the box office, was number one at the box office, then wasn't number one at the box office, and then was number one at the box office. Won 11 Oscars and seemed to touch almost everyone's life, even if it was just, oh yeah, I saw that at Blockbuster. It's 2 cassettes. For tonight, we're going to do our best to remember Titanic as best we can. What you're about to see is 6 performers doing their best to remember that story after having seen the film only one time recently. And why are they doing this? Well, tonight we're doing it in support of First Nations COVID-19 Emergency Response Fund. That again is First Nations COVID-19 Emergency Response Fund. That is the organization that we are sponsoring tonight, that we're trying to raise awareness about tonight, and quite frankly, just giving them a little bit of your attention for a moment. I, in my experience, have a tendency when I'm watching something to also be Googling something or looking at something on my phone that's in my hand. And at the event that in tonight's show you find yourself on your phone, you might want to look up First Nations COVID-19 Emergency Response Fund. First Nations is an organization that is well worth your attention and your support. But we're going to talk about more of that halfway through the show. In between our first act and our second act, we're going to have Scott Thomas help us out by talking to us about First Nations and about their fund. For right now, let's welcome our performers and get this show on the road. Performers, join me out here in the Zoom room, won't you? Oh, won't you join me out here in this Zoom room? Turning your cameras on, please welcome to the Zoom stage. Folks, let me introduce Molly Gaby. Molly Gaby, co-host of the Nevertheless She Existed podcast, comedian, writer, and doula Molly Gaby. Talented in every aspect of life. Eric Austin, member of the improv group Rufus Con, a comedy show that has several more likes than us on Facebook, and here he is, slumming it with us. Alexis Lambright, co-host of the 25 Days of Christmas Movies podcast, which if you haven't listened to it, folks, 'tis the season. It is a wonderful listen, and it is available on iTunes. Give it a listen. Andy Schneeflock, or he's often referred to by our audience, where do I know that person from? Several TV and film roles. Most notably, he played Spirit Earl in Celebrity Ghost Stories. He will always be Spirit Earl to me. In addition to being a very talented performer, Kira Jackson, and a teacher, Kira has a minor in psychology and foreign languages and speaks intermediate Hebrew. So by all means, let's see how those skills serve tonight. Welcome to the show, Kira. Ryan Chittapong, our last performer to join us. Ryan Chittapong, a former Hank Williams presenter at the Grand Ole Opry. He works for St. Ella Adler Studio. I think I'm getting that right. And you can reach him on AOL Instant Messenger at his handle, LocalsRZ. That is Locals with a Z. Those of you who are on AOL Instant Messenger later tonight, check out LocalsRZ. For this...
First of all, AOL Instant Messenger, they went away this year, didn't they? Like they got rid of it.
Then why is that information still available to me on your Facebook?
I don't know. I don't even know where to change that.
I wasn't going to say this, but Facebook also told me that I am supposed to say your name as Ryan Chittapong. Which is not the way I've been saying it, and Facebook corrected me several times, which I've never had a Facebook page do that to me, and for the holidays too. But Ryan Chittapong, welcome to the show. Now, these performers watched Titanic without knowing what role they were going to be playing. We're going to take care of that right now. We're going to cast these performers. Well, actually, they're going to cast themselves. How are they going to do that? I have cards in front of me. Oh, yes, I do. I brought cards to the party, as I often do. These cards are numbered. Our performers are going to cast themselves by holding up a number with their fingers, 1 through 6. Holding up a number 1 through 6 with your hands, and try not to have the same number as anybody else on the screen. So if somebody else has that same number, take a good look. I think 3 is the one that's... There it is! 3 is the one that we have left over. So now these performers have cast themselves. Let's discover what roles they cast themselves in. Now, audience, in addition to the role, they have given themselves what we call a Zoom rule. What is a Zoom rule? It is a rule they must abide by as they recreate this story, playing this role. Let's start with number 1. Number 1 is Andy. Andy, you are playing the role of Cal. You are playing the role of Cal. Billy Zane, for those of you who don't know, you are going to be playing the role of Cal, and your Zoom rule is you must use baby talk words.
Yes.
Claire Gresham is now emailing you a PDF. You will not be going to sleep. You will be going to Betty Bye. You will not be eating food. You will be having yummy yums. So not every word you speak needs to be baby talk, not by any means, but you must sprinkle your baby talk throughout the show.
Okay, copy that. Thank you.
Role number 2, Molly Gaby, you are playing the role of Jack Dawson. You are playing the role of Leonardo DiCaprio, and your rule as Jack Dawson is you must introduce an incidental character in every scene.
Wait, what?
In every scene, at some point, Jack must introduce someone to someone who was previously not in the scene. And they must be an incidental character. Can't be anybody major. It has to be someone who just happens to be there. Someone who is of the world that we are in. Incidental rule for you. Number 3, Alexis Lambright. You are playing the role of Rose's mom / Tommy the Irishman. And your rule, here's the thing. I was hoping you would get this rule, and you absolutely did. Your rule is this film came out in December, and your rule is that you must make it a holiday film. Now, I am not going to specify which holiday, and I'm not also going to limit you to one holiday. But it must be a holiday film. Your rule is that you must make Titanic a holiday story. Rose's mom and the role of Tommy the Irishman. Thank you, Alexis, the holiday special. What kismet! What kismet! Rule number 4. We've got rule number 4. That's Kira. Kira Jackson, you are playing 2 roles. You are playing the role of Fabrizio, Jack's friend Fabrizio, and you are also playing the role of Cal's evil valet. Or, as Andy Schneeflock would say, valet.
Right, of course. All right.
Those are the 2 roles you are playing, and your rule, Kira, is you must sink the ship.
I'm sinking the ship.
You must sink it. You must make sure that the ship goes down. And every scene that you are in, you must do something that is on the road to ensuring that the ship does not survive.
Fantastic.
I will gauge your success based on how much of the ship is destroyed by the end of the show.
Beautiful. I love
We're going to skip number 5 and go to number 6. Number 6, Ryan Chittapong. I'm so sorry, Eric. Number 6, Ryan Chittapong. Ryan Chittapong, you are playing the unsinkable Molly Brown and the captain of the Titanic.
Okay.
You are playing the unsinkable Molly Brown, the captain of the Titanic, and the rule that you must follow, and you are standing a little bit in opposition to Kira Jackson here, you must keep the ship from going down. You must do everything in your power to make sure that the ship does not go down. And you are within your power. If this story ends and the ship has not gone down and you have saved every soul aboard, you've won.
Okay.
I wish you the best, Ryan, for not only for my sake, but for the sake of every passenger on the Titanic.
But you told me I would fail in anything that I do tonight. You said
that was a private conversation.
Okay. Okay.
We don't share that with people.
All right.
Which leads us to number 5, Eric Austin. Eric is playing the role of Rose.
Yep.
Eric, you will be playing Rose tonight. And Eric's rule is a little bit different than what we've done in the past. Eric's rule, Rose must tell her story in the style of a game show. Through the lens of a game show. Now, what is that style? Well, I will explain very briefly. Audience members, there is a frame to the story of Titanic, and that frame is that older Rose is telling her story on a science boat. And all that we're doing is taking the frame that exists in the film Titanic and replacing it with a different frame. What frame? The frame from the film Slumdog Millionaire, in which our lead character is on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and every question that they answer, our film flashes back to explain how they know the answer to that question. So, Eric, you will be on a game show, and that game show will be dictating Rose's past. Now, audience members, Eric, I wish you the best. Prepare, my friend. Audience members, this poll that's about to pop up here with a QR code, you can scan that with your phone, because here's where you come in. For tonight, every question that I ask Rose in the context of this game show, the right answer, the answer that tells the story of Titanic, will be there. But the 3 other answers will not be the story of Titanic. And Rose is going to pick whichever answer the audience votes for. Whichever answer gets the most votes, that is the truth. And by the truth, the way I mean the way Rose remembers her life. So you will change how Rose remembers her life based on your answers. If you scan that QR code, you will find a poll is already there. And poll will update itself throughout the show, meaning if you scan it once, you can just leave your browser open and you're done. The questions will replace and you can answer as you go. Those of you who might be watching through YouTube or Facebook, you might be on a little bit of a delay. But outside of that, the question should be early enough that you can still vote. And you can still get your voice heard. So tonight, audience, you have an enormous amount of agency because you can change our story, I would argue, a little too much. But whatever change you give, our performers are still going to do their darndest to continue to tell the story of Titanic. If there's questions, I can't answer them. You and I are just too removed from each other. But all will be made clear as we go along. In addition, while you're all scanning that code, here's the thing. I've decided that it's already too easy. It's too easy for the performers. I'm just not comfortable. I feel like it's going to be butter. It's going to be that smooth. And I want one more thing. I want one more wrench. I want one more obstacle that's in their way. And that is where our friend Austin Sanders comes in. Austin, would you turn on your camera for us? Austin Sanders, welcome, member of the group Austin Sanders, and also member of the group The Story Pirates, along with several other members of our group. If you have not listened to the Story Pirates podcast, I would encourage you to listen to it, where you will hear how talented Austin is, as well as how talented the majority of our group is. Give it a listen. It is a very, very good listen for the entire family, whereas tonight might get a little blue. For tonight, Austin is going to say, at 2 different intervals in our first half and in our second half, new scene, new scene, new scene. And when Austin says that, It is going to cue the creation of a scene that is not originally in Titanic, but makes perfect sense given where we are in our story. Austin gets 2 in the first half and 2 in the second half. Austin, did you see Titanic in theaters? Were you part of the craze? I feel like most people did at some point, even if just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I saw it 3 times in the theater, and I have not seen it since.
It's been over 12 years then. This
Over
is
20.
Yeah. Are you ready to go back to Titanic?
Yeah, I'm ready to go back to Celine. I'm
Okay.
ready to go back to Leo and Kate and Kathy Bates and Billy Zane most of all.
I think Billy Zane's the one we miss. I'll be honest that I think he's the one that every single moment in this film, for some reason, as quotable as this movie is, I can quote almost every line of Billy Zane's.
I'm glad you said that. Me too.
I'm not rooting for Cal. I'm not rooting for him. I'm just, for some reason, identifying.
But in a way, I am.
Yeah, in a way, I see myself flipping breakfast tables and being very upset about the paintings. Thank you so much, Austin. You can turn on your camera and say new scene, new scene, new scene, or you can just announce it through your microphone, whichever you prefer. Player's choice.
I'm excited. Can't wait.
Thank you, Austin, for the beginning of our show, because I've already been talking for way too long. For the beginning of our show, we are going to start the way Slumdog Millionaire starts, as Titanic should. In trying to do this just a few hours ago, can only describe to you what's about to happen behind the scenes as the most theatrical thing I've done since COVID happened, because it genuinely, with all the buttons that I am about to have to push on my end, feels the equivalent of theatrically running off one side of the stage in one costume and running on from the other side of the stage in a different costume. So I would welcome you to cut us a little bit of slack if we end up out of breath, and also welcome you to the beginning of our story, which starts with a game show. Good evening. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome all our viewers at home to Who Wants to Win 20 Bucks? My name is Pete Mack, and I will be hosting tonight's show, as I often do. Shall we welcome our first contestant out tonight, Rose? Please help me in welcoming Rose. Rose, would you please join us out here on the stage? Rose, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Rose, what's your last name, Rose?
I'm old. It slipped my mind.
Oh, Rose, I'm so sorry. How old are you, Rose?
103 quarters.
100, that certainly is old, Rose. We thank you so much for giving us a little bit of the time that you have left. Welcome to the show, Who Wants to Win 20 Bucks? Can I ask you, Rose, before we start, do you want to win 20 bucks?
Sure, I'll put it in my piggy bank and give it to my great-grand.
Rose, that's the spirit I want to hear. Shall we get to our first question? Let's hear it, Rose. Rose, your first question. The wreckage of this famous disaster was discovered in 1985. The wreckage of this famous disaster was discovered in 1985. Is the answer A, Titanic, B, the Hindenburg, C, the SS Minnow, or D, Apollo 13?
Well, I don't know if it's Apollo 13 because that was a movie, correct?
It was. That's true. They have
Thomas Hanks, I believe. The SS Minnow. I think that could also be it. The two S's kind of lead me to believe I should go one way and then follow that same way again.
Okay, Rose. I don't want to press you for an answer, and I certainly don't want to rush you. But I am going to have to need either A, B, C, or D. Whichever one you think it may be, Rose. Famous.
Okay. It just seems like you were rushing me, that's all.
I wasn't trying to, Rose, and I apologize that you felt that way.
I remember reading a newspaper about the Hindenburg. That was sad.
Sure.
And also the Titanic. That reminds me of this movie with Liam Neeson.
Interesting. I don't think I saw that film,
No, neither did I.
but it reminds you of it.
I'm old.
Fair point, Rose. Again, gonna have to press you for an answer. Could be A, could be B, could be C, could be D. At this point, Rose, I'm going to remind you that you have lifelines. You do have lifelines, and those lifelines are 50-50. You could phone a friend. You could ask me the answer if you feel like you need that lifeline.
Okay, I'm guessing I'm doing this the right way. I'm gonna say D.
D. That's your final answer.
Final answer, Alex.
D. My name is Pete, but thank you. D is the answer. It is D. Congratulations, Rose. Apollo 13, the wreckage of it was discovered in 1985. Rose, did you know a lot about Apollo 13? How'd you know the answer to that question, Rose? Rose? Rose?
All aboard! All aboard! The Apollo 13 mission to the moon.
Wow, now this rocket looks like a big kid bed. Am I right, Rosie? Rosie Pooh, does this look like a big kid bed or does this look like a big kid bed?
Yes, Cal. It looks like a big kid bed. It's huge ship. I understand. A huge thing we're on. I understand.
Now, Rose, don't be rude with your fiancé. It's the holidays.
Thank you, Mommy. Mommy, thank you so much. Now, I'm just wondering, how many times, Rosie Pooh, have you been on a big kid bed like this? This many or this many? This many or this many?
This many, Cal.
Yeah, there's 0. That should be for everyone because there is no spaceship like this one. This is the
Tell
Apollo.
me how many spaceships I've been on. My class is much larger and bigger than your class. You're a captain of a ship. Well done. Well done. I own steel. My father's steel. We made this spaceship. God damn it. I am so sorry, Rosie Pooh. I used big kid words. I should have said earmuffs.
Okay, you know what? I thought we were going to be friends during this whole journey, but seems like we are enemies. Listen, everyone, it looks like you're first class type people. You're going to have to take the elevator up to the tippy top of Apollo 13. And this is a safety thing, but everyone needs to grab a roll of duct tape. Just have a roll of duct tape on you during this whole thing. In case something gets loose, just duct tape it up, okay? So everyone gets a roll of duct tape, and I want to see it used, okay?
Oh, absolutely. I'll be using all of this duct tape to put up a little holly and maybe some mistletoe.
Oh, okay. I hope the atmosphere. No, there's no atmosphere. Never mind. Yeah, I hope it survives.
Oh, oopsies. I dropped mine. Oopsies.
We'll pick it up.
You are truly the worst, Cal. And I say that with as much love as I possibly can.
Oh, someone's in a bad mood. Maybe they need a passy, huh, Nana? Maybe she needs a passy. Come on. Let's go nighty-night. Let's go nighty-night. Let's go find our big girl bed and go nighty-night. Come on.
That's right.
Fine, let's go, Cal.
This is the unsinkable shuttle, Apollo 13. Have a good time, everyone.
Wow, Cape Canaveral. Exactly like I thought it would look.
I have never even pictured it, to be honest, Jack, but I'm so happy we're here. It's very important.
I love you so much. You're my best friend.
I love you too, Jack.
You see that
I
ship
love you
over
too.
there?
Yeah?
Yeah, off in the distance?
Yeah.
We're going to win a ticket on it.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're in the middle of a game right now, okay? I'm Tom Hanks. I'm late to get onto Apollo 13, but I have a betting problem, a gambling problem.
Tom Hanks, are you feeling okay? I heard you were sick a little bit earlier this year.
Yes, yeah, I had COVID-19. I was the first American to have COVID-19. It was
Right, well, I wouldn't feel, I wouldn't feel like a good man if I didn't invite my other friend to come play with us. Charlie Chaplin? Charlie?
Oh,
I want you to win a ticket
Charlie.
on.
oh, Charlie.
Charlie's definitely gotta
Charlie's
come
here,
with us.
huh?
Charlie, I mean, he's been with me. We've done a whole road trip throughout Florida. We, took a pontoon on Lake Okeechobee. That was fun.
There he is.
Whoa, Charlie. Got a different hat there, Charlie.
Charlie and I have been slumming it, and Fabrizio this whole way, and I just know we can win these tickets to Apollo 13. So
We have to. We have to. We really do. Let's get on this ship.
Charlie, what do you think? Are you in a good mood? He's nervous.
Okay.
God, I love
That's
that.
good. That's good luck.
All right.
Listen, I'm a well-trained astronaut, okay? This is a serious thing, Apollo 13. So let's go ahead and let me win so I can get, to save it with the world.
Yeah, I will.
Sure will.
All right. What are we playing again?
Go fish.
Okay, you go.
Do you have a 9?
I do.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Wow.
Do you have a fish?
Take all my cards.
I knew it! That's the secret way we can win! Charlie, Fabrizio, we did it! Pack your bags. Who am I kidding? You don't have bags. We're poor! Let's do this!
Well, I
Wait.
have this one.
Wait, before you go, I just want to give you a caulking gun in case you see any holes or anything. Just
I'll take that. Yeah, I'll
be
take
sure
it.
to use the caulking
yeah,
gun.
yeah. Thanks. Yeah, for sure.
Going into space, you don't want anything.
Yeah.
We don't
wouldn't
need that. This ship is unexplodable. That's what they say.
Yeah, they say it, but you can never be too safe. Okay.
Oh,
I'm
I think we
disappointed,
can.
but I'm gonna go back to Hollywood now.
We've got to go. Quick,
we
boys!
gotta go, Jack. Come on.
Woo!
Get on
Here's
this
the
fucking
tickets.
ship.
A ticket, sir. One ticket to the moon. Oh, Fabrizio, Charlie, follow me to the nose.
Oh, wait. You are last class. You're third class. You need to go right next to the rockets.
Oh.
You gotta enter through the rockets. Okay, you better hurry up. I'll light them up.
Okay, let's go.
Charlie Chaplin, hello. Okay. Wow, it's great. Another celebrity on Apollo 13. Here we go. Gosh, I miss Tom Hanks.
And we're back.
Yes, I should have known back then how crazy Cal was, all that baby talk and such. What was that?
I had no idea you were on the Apollo 13, Rose. That's very impressive.
Yes, it was quite fun. We got to have dinner and take a tour of things.
That's one. Rose, I don't want to take you away from your memories, but I do want to let you know you won 5 cents answering that first question. That 5 cents, that's yours to keep. You can go home with that, Rose. So congratulations. That's nice place to leave if you want to leave. But do you want to keep going and maybe get that $20?
Oh, I think I should, just for my great-grands.
Okay.
I'll keep going, Alex.
Let's keep going. Name's Pete again, but let's keep going, Rose. This next question is for $1, Rose, for a whole $1. The jewelry was famously lost. This jewelry was famously lost in the ocean in the early 20th century. This jewelry was famously lost in the early 20th century. Was it A, the heart of the ocean, B, the One Ring, C, the Infinity Gauntlet, or D, a vial of Billy Bob Thornton's blood?
Oh, boy.
know about those choices, Rose, but which do you think it might be?
Well, I'm leaning toward a vial of Billy Bob Thornton's blood. It's so sacred these days.
That's true. That is true, Rose. The question really is, was it famously lost in the ocean in the early 20th century?
It could be the Infinity Gauntlet.
Could be.
Maybe the One Ring, since there's only one.
That's
could be like a giveaway there.
Could be very famous if that got lost.
Maybe the heart of the ocean? Because if the ocean is heartless, that's why people drown there.
I'm not going to challenge you on that, Rose. I'll take you at your word.
Let me think a bit more, because I don't know yet. Let's see. You know, I once lost a vial of my blood, and I realized it was under one of my flaps after I left the clinic. So I'm going to go with D.
D, that's your final answer?
Final answer, Alex.
That is correct. That is correct, Rose. D is the correct answer. Congratulations, Rose. It is, in fact, and we would have accepted both on this. It is a vial of Billy Bob Thornton's blood, and that is going to get you $1 whole. $1 whole, Rose.
Wow.
How did you know that it was a vial of Billy Bob Thornton's blood? It's such a specific answer, Rose. Rose.
Nana, where's my Nana? Nana.
Yes.
So festive. You look nicey nice.
Oh, if I didn't know any better, I would think you were flirting with me.
That would be icky, wouldn't it, Rosie Poo?
Yes, it would. Please stop flirting with my mother.
Owie.
Have some fun, Rose. He's going to be your husband, after all. And getting married on Christmas Eve is the best option anyone could ask for.
It really is.
Some of this holly.
Whatever you say, mother, whatever you say.
Rose, I know, honey boo, that you have been, what is it you say, down in the dumper doos? And I was going to wait until we had our engagey gauge official, but seeing as you've been just feeling so icky, I was thinking that before Din Din tonight, I'd give you a little gifty gift. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Hold out your hand. Okay. And there it is. Now it's, yes, it is exactly what you think, honey boo. That is Billy Boo's vial of bloody boo.
Oh.
I know you love Billy Bob Thornton. I love Billy Bob Thornton. We had that crazy night, which was very naughty with you being here.
Yes.
New scene.
Billy.
Hi, y'all. Hi, what's up?
Did you really have to invite him?
Yes, of course. Billy Bob is my oldest pally poo. Remember when we were in preschool together?
Doing lines of cocaine, railing off strippers' asses. I remember that.
Oh, earmuffs, Rosie, earmuffs.
Fine.
Is that your fiance?
Well,
yeah, earmuffs, big time.
Not yet, Billy. But before we have our little shindiggy tonight, I was wondering, see, I'd like to give Rosie Poo some of your bloody boo, if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's in high demand these days.
Earmuffs, Rosie Poo.
Sorry.
So before you do the thing that we're going to do a little later, could I just slit your arm just a little bit and just take this vial and fill it up with your blood?
I'll let you, but I need you to know how valuable it is. Ever since I did Bad Santa, my stock has gone through the roof. So be careful with it and give it to the right people.
Right.
Where do you want from? My pee-pee? You want from my pee-pee?
I would love it from your pee-pee.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, 1,
What?
2.
Wait.
Yes.
Ah!
So this vial of blood is from Billy Bob's pee-pee.
Well, I mean, I was kind of upset with you, and you don't treat me the best, and you use that stupid baby voice. But this is an amazing gift. Can I smell it?
Smell it.
Oh, it smells like cocaine and barbecue sauce.
It is perfect for Sleepy Bye. So before you come to Din Din and after you're stinky, you know what that is. Have a little sniffy sniff, okay?
All right, I'll keep this safe. Thank you.
All right. Night night.
Good night, cow.
Sleep tight.
I won't let the bed bugs bite, cow.
That's my tutu.
Jack,
Fabrizio, what do you think of these third-level digs here?
you know, I love them because they're right next to the rockets. I can't get any better than that, can it? All the flames and everything
Yeah.
coming out. That's great, isn't it? Hey,
I
Jack,
love it's good to be warm, you know. I'm used to waking up under bridges, cold bridges in London. So this this is a step up, my friend. I just wanted to, where are you from again, Fabrizio?
Jack, I can tell you, but I would.
That's what I love about you. You know,
Yeah,
we live by the seat of our pants.
you know, and Jack, do you trust me?
Of course I trust you.
Sorry to
Fabulous.
interrupt.
Oh, hey, who are you?
Oh, I'm a guy from Ireland.
Are you
and
Gallagher, the guy who smashes watermelons?
Not Gallagher. There's a costume party, and I am dressed as Gallagher. Yes. So.
We have so
Amazing.
much fun being poor. See?
Yes, we certainly do. Hey, Gallagher, do you know where the most combustible place on this rocket ship is? Since we're joking
Combustible?
around, having a goof.
You know, it's probably around where the Christmas tree is. It's in the lower deck.
Oh, really? Jack, do you want to come see the Christmas tree with me?
You bet your ass I do, Fabrizio. You bet your ass.
And we're back. Rose, you have won you've won $1.05, and I could not be proud of you. And we are on to our next question for $4.50, Rose. Pope John Paul IV famously attempted to take his own life by what, Rose? Jumping off a ledge, taunting birds, holding his breath, or heart disease? Those are the options, Rose.
Oh, this is a tough one. I thought I knew, but my mind's going blank, Alex. I feel like jumping off a ledge is a good way to go. You get to feel as if you fly before you stop suddenly and just stop being. I thought about that last week. Taunting birds. Oh, I read a story when I was a little girl about someone who was taunting birds, and then the birds taunted him back, and he felt bad, and he died when he was like 85 years old.
That's certainly a tragic story, Rose. Is it going to help you, do you think, figure out this answer? Have you ever heard of Pope John Paul IV?
No, I'm a atheist.
You are.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Refuse to follow the popes at all in that way. No.
I don't believe anyone I'm older than.
Okay.
What do they know?
That's more than fair.
Now, holding his breath, that could be a thing, but then you fall asleep, and you won't know if you're sleeping or dead. That happens to me once a night.
That's a good point, Rose. So you're thinking not C?
Maybe not. And then there's also heart disease, which, like, I guess you can take your own life that way, but that doesn't make any sense. Can I phone a friend, Alex?
Oh, you absolutely can, Rose. Who would you like to call?
My next door neighbor, Beatrice.
Beatrice. All right, well, we'll get Beatrice on the phone for you right now. We'll dial her up. Let's see if we can get Beatrice. Beatrice, are you there?
I don't want the insurance.
Oh, not Beatrice. Beatrice, that's okay. Did you tell Rose? Did you tell Beatrice that we might be calling?
No, I forgot. Sorry.
Oh.
Beatrice, we're on the TV. Yes, we're on the TV.
Oh, Jerry, put the telly on. Put the telly on. We're on the television.
Not live. It's not live. It'll be on TV, but it's not on TV right now.
Oh, Jerry, turn the TV off. Save the electricity. Would you stop that? Okay. Hi.
Okay, could you answer this? How did Pope John Paul IV attempt to take his own life?
Oh my God, Pope John Paul IV. He's the Pope that came right after Pope Francis, and we skipped Pope John Paul III. Oh yes, I remember this. Oh my God, you know what he did? He went to this Midwestern town that had a bird problem, and then he just started going, "Hey, get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here!" He was taunting the birds, and then the birds killed him. He even tried to go into a phone booth, and they just came through the glass. And then he went into a house, and they came through the fireplace. It was awful bloody.
Thank you. If you don't stop her, she won't stop.
Okay, Beatrice, we're gonna hang up the phone now, Beatrice, and we're gonna wish you luck on the rest of your life. Okay.
Okay, brunch on Sunday, Rose.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Beatrice.
All right. B is the final answer.
I'm still here.
Beatrice. B is the answer. Way to go, Rose. Taunting birds. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is famously what John Paul IV did in an attempt to take his own life. Seemingly, according to Beatrice, he succeeded. You have won $4.50 with that answer. Rose, congratulations. Now, I would ask how you knew that answer, but apparently you don't really know it. You knew it because Beatrice told you, but you do seem to be remembering something based on having answered the question, Rose. Rose?
Here we are, Jack, by the Christmas tree. You with me, Jack? Did I lose you?
Of course I am. Of course I am. Wow, what a sight to see. This is actually the biggest Christmas.
You tell me. This is obviously the biggest tunnel we've ever been in as well. Great. Oh,
wait, stop. Who's that? Who is that?
I would stop looking at her right now, Jack. We got bigger fish to fry here, and she seems way too rich for our blood. Now,
we don't have a dime to our name. I need to know her.
She looks like she might be in trouble. Is she taunting those birds?
No, I think they're taunting her.
Are they
over there? Oh, I think she's communicating with them like a Disney princess. Oh God, I gotta know her, Fabrizio. I gotta know her.
You should go get to know her, Jack. Whatever distracts you.
Wait, actually,
actually go. Just
me?
go. Yeah.
I just saw who she's throwing the food to. It looks like a weird man just opening his mouth and catching him. Not even birds, but okay. I'm sorry. I'll go.
New scene.
Okay.
Howdy ho, I want my bread.
Okay, guys, calm down. You're my favorite poor people in this neighborhood, but just here.
Ha, get it. Ha. Oh, it's so good. Just throw it in my mouth.
Yeah. I tell you, if you both weren't so lonely, this would feel really weird. But everyone needs someone.
Oh, wow. It's so great to have first class people come down to the third class and throw us bread. Some nice soggy bread. Oh, it's so good.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you, I'll be rich as long as my father sticks around. So anytime you want to come by.
Oh, that's very good. Hey,
Seems like a
Sam.
good deal.
Sam, remember how we said we were going to kill this person and just take the whole loaf of bread?
Yes.
Perhaps we shouldn't. They seem like a really, really nice person.
All
Oh,
right.
wow. You had a weapon. You had a weapon ready. Oh, boy. You were
Okay.
ready.
I just.
How long did you plan this? This is terrible.
How old am I?
Been feeding you poor bastards for a long time now.
Yeah, but we didn't know when you would stop. So we were like,
You
if she
only give us
stops,
such
we're going to.
little pieces, you know?
Yeah.
We're humans. You treat us like birds over here.
Oh, yeah.
This is your idea, you freaks.
Well, whatever you do, don't taunt those birds. Oh, man, if you taunt those birds, they will kill you. If you want to die, that's one way to die is taunting birds.
If you thought I was ready, those birds, they were born ready.
Oh,
All right. Farewell, you smelly gentlemen.
okay.
You
Let's
live
go.
another day.
We do. Oh, I am gluten-free, though.
Oh.
This is it. This is when I do it. Hey, stupid birds. Yeah, you're stupid. You don't even speak English. I'm gonna keep doing this until someone
Hey,
stops me.
hey, you there.
What?
Stop taunting those birds.
Well, why don't you mind your business? You don't know what I'm going through.
Oh, yeah? I know this about you. I know you're crazy. I know you're crazy good. I know you're beautiful. I know you're something else. I know you're probably stuck in this life that's pulling you around with this inertia that you don't know and you can't stop. And you know what? If you keep taunting those birds, I'm going to have to take off my clothes.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, I should have explained myself. If you keep taunting those birds and risking your life, I'm going to have to keep taking my clothes off.
Well, I'm struggling to see why that's a problem, but
Oh, sorry. You're not poor like me. Well, on the streets, if you taunt birds enough, they'll rip off your clothes piece by piece, and then they'll start to make fun of your naked body, all the imperfections, all the wrinkles, all the dimples where they're not supposed to be. Let me tell you, it is not fun. Even for a man with my physique, which is almost perfect. It'll get bad later in life, but right now it's perfect. I don't want you to have to go through that, so I'm gonna do it with you unless you come back away from that space window.
no, you're right. I'm sorry, I couldn't ask you to do that, so I'll put down the rocks and the bird food. I mixed them together. No, hey, you chill.
Just take my hand and we'll go back into the safe part of the spaceship.
Okay.
Okay. Do you trust me? Oh my God! I got you! Don't worry, I have you!
Hey, what's going on here? Why are you touching that woman like that? Ah, you're arrested.
Happening. Rosie, do you have an owie? Let me see your owie. Let me see your owie. Let me kiss your boo-boo. Let me kiss your boo-boo.
No owies, no boo-boos, okay? The bird started to attack me because I got too close, and this gentleman helped me.
Hello.
Well, doesn't sound like there was any sort of crime that happened here, but if you wouldn't mind, if everyone could just help me refuel the fuel of these rockets since we're down here. We just want to make sure we can keep going. You know what I mean? We got to get there. Yeah.
I believe Rose needs nighty-night. She needs to be put down now.
No, I'm
right?
fine.
Rosie Poo, I know when you are upset. I know when your tum-tum feels icky. I know it.
No, we'll sleep after dinner. Dinner first, then nighty-night, okay?
Din.
Dinner.
Din. Okay, I think you're saying din. So we will go to din. You, young poor one, Poor.
Me? Oh, sorry. It's Dawson.
Maybe you don't understand English. Thank you
Yeah.
for the help
Sure.
of my Rosie Poo.
Of course. It was an honor.
Yes.
Well,
Is that it? Or
Why don't you invite him to dinner with us?
Yes, that would be lovely, and we can all sip eggnog afterwards.
Lovely. Yes, this should be fun. Come to Num Nums. Will you come to Num Nums?
I will. But I have a question. Is she there every night? The woman who sings and entertains, is it Judy Garland? She looks like she's very close. I'll just ask, Judy, will you be performing? I've been invited to dinner, and I'm a big fan.
We say you are poor. Din. It is Din. Say
I'm
din.
sorry. I'm
Hi,
so
it's Judy Garland. Hello.
Judy. I'm a big fan. I can't believe I'm on the same spaceship. I've just been invited to Din.
Din. Well done.
Oh, I'll be singing. Somewhere over the moon there.
We will
Okay.
almost bring our own binkies. I'm not
Would you
sure
mind?
if you have a binky.
Yes, but
Judy-
listen. If you could do a favor for me and not eat too much, okay? We just want to keep the shuttle light.
Oh, absolutely. Do you mind taking any requests, Judy? How about up on a housetop?
Up on a what?
What is that?
Up on a housetop.
Up on a mansion? That's
Up
what I
on
got.
a housetop, reindeer paws out of good old Santa Claus, down through the chimney with
Mother,
lots of toys,
Mother,
all for
please.
the little ones' Christmas joys. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on a
Mother,
housetop,
Cal, don't dance. You're encouraging
down
her.
through the chimney with old Saint Nick.
Okay, all right.
And that's the end of our first half of the show. Congratulations to our performers. Wonderful work. As always, we have come to the close at the end of our first half, which means, folks, it is time for you, if you have a drink, refresh your drink. You need to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. By all means, take care of the life that you are living. Take care of yourself. And in this little brief intermission moment, well, how will I pass the time for those of you who don't have to get another drink, who don't have to go to the bathroom? Well, I'll tell you. I'm just going to share a few facts of 1997. 1997, it was a little bit of a different time. This is for those of us who are camels, who do not need to refuel. We were born this way. And as soon as I'm done listing off a few 1997 facts, we're going to hear from Scott Thomas about the First Nations COVID-19 Emergency Relief Fund. So, 1997. Let's talk about it for just a moment. 1997. Well, did you know in 1997 that the 14-year-old Nathan Zoner, that was the name, 14-year-old Nathan Zoner was able to get 43 out of 50 of his classmates to vote to ban dihydrogen monoxide for his science fair project. His project aimed to prove that the use of true facts can lead the ignorant public to false conclusions. He won first place by getting his class, 43 out of 50, to vote to ban water. Dihydrogen monoxide, water. Seem a little reminiscent of the year 2020? Quite possibly. Wait till you hear what else happened in 1997. Hydraulic fracking was often considered too expensive until 1997, when Nicholas Steinsberger saved his company and changed the industry by engineering a new method, a more efficient method of fracking. Fairly important in the year 2020 if you're trying to get Pennsylvania voters. Not only that, but 1997 Purell was launched as a product for consumers. It had been in the healthcare industry since 1988, but 1997 was when it was launched for public consumption. And in that way, was 1997 trying to prepare us for the year 2020? Perhaps maybe just a little bit. Well, what else happened in 1997? Well, I'll throw out two more things that I just think are fun, which is the great comic strip switcheroo of 1997, where several large comic strips switched creators for a day. And there was also a day where Alex Trebek and Pat Sajak swapped roles. Not enough was happening in 1997. They had to make things happen. 1997, the year that Lost in Space was set in, a TV show in the 1960s. 1997, the year, every site I looked up, of Titanic. I'm the king of the world. Most quoted line through the entire year, no matter where I checked. That's 1997 in a nutshell. Hopefully you had time to go to the bathroom and get a drink for yourself. I am sweating in the middle of November, and I will never forgive climate change for it. Please help me in welcoming Scott Thomas to the Zoom room. Scott Thomas, are you there? It's Scott!
I am here. Hi.
Scott Thomas, member of our group, member of Entirely From Memory. And in that way, a proud team that we have in terms of who we work with and how we work. We're basically a family, and not in the abusive way, in the loving and supportive way. Scott is a podcaster, an actor, a philosopher, or as I will always think of him, Charlie Green, Christmas Bounty Hunter. And that is a Scott Thomas deep cut.
That may be the work I'm proudest of in my entire life, honestly.
As well you should. If you haven't heard Scott Thomas say "You're going nowhere" in the Macho Man Randy Savage voice, then you're not familiar with Scott Thomas's oeuvre.
That was the exact lesson I got, was you're going to do the line from Spider-Man, and that's going to translate to your entire character.
Oh, more. I mean, and I think not only that, but it surprised me how deep you were able to take one line reading of Macho Man Randy Savage became an entire life before my eyes.
I appreciate it so much.
Scott Thomas has, you've seen him in past shows. You've seen him in The Matrix Entirely From Memory. Scott is you've also heard Scott. He sang most of our songs for The Spice World Entirely From Memory. For those of you who haven't seen those shows, they're still up on YouTube. But Scott is here tonight to talk about First Nations COVID-19 Emergency Relief Fund. Isn't that the case, Scott?
That is in fact the case. And it's an incredible organization that is primarily focused in this regard, helping Native people in this country, Native American people very specifically, get the funding they need to deal with COVID-19. And how I found out about this fund actually has very much to do with my quarantine experience, which is I can't help it, right? I'm an actor. I always feel compelled to talk about myself, and somehow I'm connecting that to a philanthropic enterprise.
I mean, it's what happens. Again, you're limited to your experience. All you have is your experience. For those interested, while Scott's talking about that, we have put in the chat, we have the link for those of you who would like to learn more about it. You can click on that link of firstnations.org, COVID-19 Emergency Response Fund. But I would listen to Scott's story, if only because it's an incredibly interesting one.
Hi, everybody. I'm going to try to tell an interesting story. If at any point it gets too boring, I will switch to the Macho Man Randy Savage voice, and we can all be mercilessly entertained. Here's the thing. I don't know how you guys spent your quarantine. I watched Tiger King too many times, thought about Carol Baskin's husband a lot, but my partner, at one point during this quarantine, deep dove her family history. And as she went through Ancestry.com, she found out that she had a relative on the Mayflower. That's incredible. A relative on the Mayflower, very, very exciting. I tell my family this news and they tell me, well, you also have a relative on the Mayflower. Less exciting was that 20-minute stretch where I thought my partner and I might be related to the exact same person. But good news, we went to the Plymouth, Massachusetts website, found our separate relatives' names on the statue, determined we were not related. A very good quarantine day. That also led me, though, to investigate the history of Plymouth, Massachusetts. Why not? It was lockdown. I had nothing to do. And that is when I learned about the National Day of Mourning. And I don't know if we in this audience know about the National Day of Mourning, but what that is, in fact, is Thanksgiving Day. It is the fourth Thursday of every November. And Native tribes gather together in Plymouth, along with a satellite location on the West Coast, and mourn the ancestors who have been lost, either in the events that preceded Thanksgiving, in the events that followed King Philip's War, to be specific, the Trail of Tears, really in the losses that Native people have suffered over the course of their time since the Pilgrims came. And this is personal for me now, because I have an ancestor who was on the Mayflower. What happened to Native people in this country is directly tied to the fact that my feet are planted here. And I've been thinking a lot about the fact that for so many of us, Thanksgiving is going to feel a little bit different. We might be trying to share stuffing over Zoom. We might not get to see the people we want. Really, this holiday being different is an opportunity to allow a different perspective on that holiday. For Native people, this day can mean something very, very different, literally a day of mourning. So that's thought number one that I had. How did this lead me to First Nations? Well, First Nations sponsors the National Day of Mourning. This is how I initially found out about the charity. And then how I found them for the COVID-19 relief fund. One more little story. I was in Oklahoma at one point during this pandemic and needed to get tested for COVID-19 because my partner tested positive for COVID-19. And as you may well remember, there were huge testing lines, particularly during the summer, particularly in the mid to southwest. There was one place that was having a very quick turnaround time, and it was a testing center located on Osage land. And if we were not, obviously, members of the reservation, but they allowed us in to come get tested, a very generous thing. And it was through my time getting tested there that I learned that almost all of the surviving Osage elders, those who have been deemed elders of the tribe, passed away due to COVID-19 this year. For those who don't know, and I apologize for getting choked up and not being very clear with the narrative, an elder is someone who holds the traditions that have come to pass, that are rooted in the history of a tribe, who brings them forth for modern generations. And with this sudden flush of elders being lost, it's possible that that history is lost too. That history, much like King Philip's War, like the Trail of Tears, like a National Day of Mourning, that it is very easy to forget about, particularly when things feel so dire. I wanted to select First Nations because what these tribes need now is absolutely vital. And I know we all need something. It is so hard to prioritize, but very specifically, non-Hispanic people and Native people have been hospitalized at 4.1% the rate of white people since the pandemic started. 13% of Native American homes, they lack safe drinking water and proper wastewater disposal, which creates conditions that are not sanitary. 16% of homes in tribal areas are overcrowded and multi-generational. That makes social distancing almost impossible. And to quote a show that got really terrible in its last season, winter is coming, and we all know that's going to make things so much harder. What First Nations does is tries to make this easier. Every month without fail, they have raised $100,000 or more that gets split between tribes all over the United States, from Mexico to California to Connecticut. Almost anywhere that native lands exist, they are there and they are trying to help. And $100,000 sounds like a tremendous amount of money. The movie Primer was made for $10,000. You can do a lot with $100,000, but when it is tribes of people and spread across the United States, that budget spreads thin very, very quickly. And I like to think of 2020 as a time for reckoning, for giving, for appreciating what we have. And I appreciate that in this moment, I have space for this holiday and being open to people's experiences. And what I don't want to have happen again is to find out about what's happening with a race of people, with a group of people who call this home, because I'm in the right place at the right time. And in the right place, I mean, opened up their testing center for me, broke bread with my ancestors at their table. I would like to get ahead of that curve now and not be as ignorant to the situation as there was. That's why this one is personal for me. I hope perhaps that this little spiel, these stories might inspire you to contribute $1, $5, $10 to learn about the things that have happened. And firstnations.org is an incredible resource to understand what is going on with Native people in this country day in and day out. I encourage you to learn more. And if you want to hear anything else about this and what I have learned during my time, I'm on Twitter at OGScottyT, and that may seem like self-promotion, but DMs, just come find me. I will tell you more. I've tried to truncate this, really do a tight 5 for this organization if possible. And I thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to speak about something that's become very close to my heart. And I hope if it has even affected your heart in a small way, we're doing a little bit better this year, because I think the path to institutionalize problems from white supremacy to racist policy is paved both with policy and good intentions. And I think we need to do more than that. I think we need to contribute beyond our intentions. And that is my goal.
Thank you so much, Scott. Beautifully said. Absolutely beautifully said. Oftentimes you hear the argument of, oh, well, those things were done by people who are no longer alive, and that's the past, and you can't change the past. And you're absolutely right. Those people are no longer alive, and we, being alive cannot change the past, but we are alive, and you know who can change the goddamn future? The people who are alive. So,
We can do it.
something for us to be aware of as we move out of 2020, and I'm sure a little bit of 2021, and restart the world, is that it can start in a way where we are building something that isn't just continuing what was, but is building and building. I hesitate to say building back better. That feels suddenly like I'm endorsing the president-elect. But making sure that the future that we build absolutely together with an acknowledgement that our past is not a great one.
Yeah.
We have not yet realized how great this country can fucking be. And that seems like a very weird message to sandwich in between the ridiculousness that just happened, and I know the ridiculousness that is about to follow. But we're all friends here. This is what the holidays are. Holidays are massive shifts in tone, being comfortable, sharing with each other, connecting with each other, laughing with each other, learning with each other, and then working with each other. Thank you so much, Scott.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Enjoy the second act, everybody. Take care.
Where did we leave off? I genuinely cannot remember. I'm fairly certain Fabrizio is about to try and blow something up. I'm fairly certain that almost everyone on board Apollo 13 has been equipped with either duct tape or a caulk gun. And I think at this point, I know absolutely where we left off. Jack and Rose had just met. There was an invitation extended to dinner, and Rose's mom sang one of the most beautiful renditions of A Christmas Carol I have ever heard in my life. So where does our story pick back up? Well, our story picks back up with that infamous game show, Who Wants to Win $20? And we're back. Rose. Welcome back, Rose. Rose, I've asked 3 questions so far, and after each question, you've gone into what I can only describe as a fugue state and stops talking for minutes on end. We only have a set limit of amount of time to film this episode, Rose, so I am going to ask that as we move through the next 3 questions, you try to stay succinct and on topic. You think that's fair, Rose?
Oh, I'm sorry I'm over 100 years old. Is that an inconvenience for you, Alex?
Again, it's Pete Mac, and it's on. You're on Who Wants to Win $20? I'm not trying to fight with you, Rose. If anything, I'm grateful that you're here and grateful for every moment that we get an answer from you. But I want to encourage you to buckle down and really deal with what the question is at hand, because this question, Rose, and I don't want to excite you. I don't want to test that ticker. This next question is worth $9.85. Breathe, Rose. $9.85 on the line.
Do you know what that was worth when I was a little girl?
What could you buy with $9.85, Rose?
Like a house?
A whole, like a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bath?
Mm-hmm. All of the above.
All of that. You could buy that whole. That is impressive. Not so much today. You could rent a third of Mulan for that money. But the classic French romantic lead, that's the question. For $9.85, the classic French romantic lead is it A, draw, dress up, and dance? B, horseback ride, cook, and sing? Is it C, close-up magic, count calories, and mime? Or is it D, do impressions, roll sushi, and win charades?
Oh.
Do you know a lot about literature?
This is a challenging one. I know something about French literature. I know it's from France, and it has to do with books.
That's very true, Rose. That's very, very true. So we're on a good starting point here.
Oh, okay.
Think about your favorite romantic lead. Who's your favorite romantic lead?
Oh, that would have to be Randy Quaid.
Randy Quaid. So when you think of Randy Quaid, who was no doubt playing a character based in French literature, what do you think of those 3 things, those 3 qualities that character undoubtedly had?
Well, I think he can do it all. I believe he can dress up, dance, and draw. His brother must have a horse somewhere, so he might have learned. He has to cook when you look like that. What else do you have to do?
Not sure what you mean by that, Rose, but I'm not going to spite you on it.
Maybe sing. I think close-up magic might be his thing too. And I think we're going to stop there, Alex. I think C is my final answer.
C is the final answer. Close-up magic, count calories, mime. Well, congratulations, Rose, because that is the answer. C is correct. Close-up magic, count calories, and mime are all things the classic French romantic lead can do. Congratulations, Rose. Rose? Oh God, Rose, no, please. Rose, Rose, I think we've lost Rose.
Hey, Fabrizio.
Jack.
What's behind your ear? I got it. It's a potato from Ireland.
I love your magic, Jack. I really do.
Yeah. What do you want me to do next? I know. Your favorite trick.
Yeah.
What is it called again?
A big explosion?
Fabrizio, I'm a little. You've got this obsession with explosions recently. I don't understand. Must be some childhood
But
trauma.
you just do that trick so good.
Okay. What's behind your ear?
I don't know, Jack. What is it?
Yay, an explosion!
I love it. Jack, man, you're gonna win over that chick over there with this. I got a trick for you. It's gonna win. You ready?
What is it?
Okay. When you get her, because you're smooth, man. Frenchman like you, who's been, riding the rails with me, you're gonna get her. When you get her, go ahead and click this button.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it? What is this, Fabrizio?
It's gonna let off the
Like
most.
tree?
Yes, it lights the tree. It lights the tree.
Well, if Christmas magic isn't the best close-up magic of all, thank you, Fabrizio. Thank you, Gallagher.
It's gotta be once you get her, man. Once you kiss
excuse me.
her, press that button.
Jack, is it?
Rose. Madame.
I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt your thing here, but sir, can you just give me that button, please? All buttons belong in the cockpit. I need that button.
I'm afraid I can't. It was a gift from a poor friend of mine.
Well, let me tell you this. I will kill you if you do not give that button, and then you're going to have a very abrupt end to your story.
Okay.
Jack, just give him the button.
Only because this beautiful woman asked me to.
Excuse
Thank you
me.
so much.
Hi, I'm Cal's valet, as he likes to pronounce it.
Sure.
And I'm gonna need you to give back that button.
I'm the captain of this goddamn ship,
I'm
so you
the
can
most
go back to first
richest
class.
person's valet. Okay.
Oh yeah, you're the servant for the rich person, right?
I'm just the messenger here, all right? And we don't
Yeah,
want any more tables to break, right? In first class. So I think you should give that button back.
Nope, not gonna happen. And I don't mind killing you either. I'm real serious about this ship making it to the moon.
All right.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
All right.
Rose,
Yes.
do you mind if we... Can I show you something?
Well, I guess so.
What's that behind your ears?
Well, it's nothing silly.
It's 2 buttons. I have 2 buttons now. I had to learn those skills growing up on the streets of Puerto Vallarta.
Same.
All right, Puerto Vallarta, gather round. Gather round. It's showtime. All right, you sir. What's your name?
Me?
Yes.
I'm Patrick.
Patrick, do you like close-up magic?
I doesn't have anything to do with the dark arts because I'm very Christian.
Oh, I got a Christian Scientist here. What do you do? What do you do if I close up, cut your shin? Are you gonna put a Band-Aid on it or just let yourself bleed out?
I'd rather just let myself bleed out. That's part of my beliefs.
All right. Pick a card, any card.
Okay, the Jack of Clubs.
Oh yeah? What's that behind your ear?
It's the Jack of Clubs!
Showtime! Thank you everybody for coming. Remember, I am very poor. I grew up on the streets right here in Puerto Vallarta. My mother abandoned me. My father kicked me out of the house. My grandfather said, "You're no good." And my grandmother said, I don't claim you. And I had to get really good at close-up magic. So thank you all for coming. And I'm sorry, who's that over there? Is that the entire band from the Cars for Kids commercial?
Yep.
You knew it.
Yeah, we're with them. We're part of their entourage.
Wow, that's incredible. All the cars for kids. What's behind your ear?
What?
Mistletoe.
Cars!
Oh wow! 1-800 cars for kids. 1-800 cars for kids.
1877 cars for kids.
It's 77.
For your holiday. Happy holidays.
Oh. Okay.
The thing was, I could give everybody else things from their ears, but for me, that's not how magic works. I can't just take $1,000 out of my pocket.
Well,
Oh,
it's quite a story. It makes me look at you differently, and I have to say I look forward to seeing how you come to dinner later.
you. I know this might seem too forward, but can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you love him?
I mean, you know.
I think I might have asked this too early, but I don't care. I think you're stuck in your life, and when you tried to taunt yourself to death with the birds, I just thought, what happened to this girl that she thinks she has no way out?
Well, you know nothing about me. And you know what? I don't even think those buttons were really behind my ear in the first place.
You must.
Howdy! It's me, Molly Brown. Oh my! Who's this? Who's this little guy here?
This is Jack. Jack, this is Molly Brown. She has curly hair.
Yes, and I'm American. Anyways, listen, Jack, I hear you're joining us for dinner tonight.
I am.
Oh, but you're gonna just wear that?
Of course I am. I've only had this since birth.
No. You come with me. I'm gonna get you all fixed up for the dinner, making you look good.
All right, I'll go with you.
And also give you a really great toolbox in case there's any sort of accidents that happen on the Apollo 13.
Sure. Well, this ship can't explode, so I don't even know why you're talking about that.
Let's make sure it doesn't.
All right. See you there.
See you
Okay,
there, Rose.
All right, Cal, I'm ready.
Drinky drinks at Din Din are just the bestie.
Yes, they are. Drinky drinks are the bestie westie, Cal.
The bestie westie. I just think these are just so yum yum. These are yum yum.
Well,
Lovejoy, my valet. You are in an icky mood, Lovejoy. You are so icky. Nana!
Red-handed, sir.
Hi, Nana.
Hello, dear. Rose.
wait, Jack's here. He looks.
Yeah. Didn't he clean up?
Yes.
We got a whittle suit.
Yes.
You got a whittle suit.
Hello, everyone. The name's Jack Dawson.
He's wearing my son's brand new spacesuit.
Oh, it's very red. It's very red with a nice black belt and buckle and some black boots and a hat to match. If I didn't know any better, I would think that your spacesuit was a Santa suit.
Oh, ma'am, no. I was informed of the caliber of people I was to dine with tonight, and Mrs. Unsinkable Molly Brown here of New Money lent me this wonderful suit, so it's appropriate, I assure you.
Jack, what does your daddy do? What does daddy do, Jackie? What does your daddy do?
My daddy no here no more. He left. He left us. He went out to buy cigarettes and never came back. But you know what? I like it that way. Because I don't need anything but the air in my chest and my calorie counter.
Oh.
Here. It's sort of it's kind of like my blanket, you know? And when you're poor, you don't have money, but the only numbers you have control over are what goes in your tummy.
Wow, I love a man who cares about his calories.
Yes.
Especially when, weight is an issue on this ship, this shuttle. We should all be eating light tonight.
To eating light.
Hey, to eating light.
Eating light.
Yummins.
I have a couple Christmas cookies if anyone would like. They're very low sugar, low calorie.
Oh, don't mind
Thanks,
if I do.
Mother.
Christmas tree for you, and a Christmas ornament shaped cookie for you.
Nana, how about we take these in the drawing room on the Apollo 13? Just we'll all move to the drawing room for drinks, Christmas cookies, and a warm baba. Anyone for a warm baba?
Not me.
Let's
I
go
think
for a
I'll stay
warm
here.
baba. Rose, you coming for a warm baba?
No, I don't want
know
to warm
what?
Baba, Cal. I'll stay here.
I just want, if we're all going to be splitting up, I was speaking to the captain, and the captain of the Apollo 13 said that there's only enough escape pods for half of the people on this ship. Just to let you know, we're never going to have to use it because they ain't going to sink, right? But
Molly,
let
let's
you
talk
know.
about this in the big kids' room, okay?
Okay, sure.
Let's go to the big kids' room. We'll talk about it.
So,
Rose,
yeah, where are you up to, Jack?
do you trust me?
Yeah, sure.
Come with me to the 3rd level of the spaceship. Come! Now, before we go in, there are a couple rules. You cannot speak. That's basically it. Get ready for a raucous good time!
Jack's back. Now the real party is starting.
That's how we do it, dirty, Rose.
That was really fun. But I think Cal's valet is following us. Maybe we should try to run away.
Where? What's a valet?
Valet.
I'm poor. I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's like his bodyguard, and he gives him back rubs, and he drives him around and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I saw him here the whole time. He was the one being loud.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get out of here.
Wakey, eggs and bakey. Rosie Poo. Good morning, lovey. Rosie.
Yes.
Good morning. How'd you sleep? Did you have a good sleepy sleep? Good sweet dreams?
I sure did.
You slept pretty good, yeah?
Yes, Cal, I slept good.
Must have been really fun going down to the 3rd floor of Apollo 13, breaking the rules that we have.
No, I just wanted to just walk around the ship a little.
What are you doing with that poor magic user, Rosie Rose? Did your Winky touch his tutu? Rose, this is not a joke. Did your Winky touch his tutu? You little hoary whore. Rose!
He touched the tutu, Rose.
Rose, look at me. I love you. I don't laugh. I love you. I love you!
Okay, calm down. We did a little snuggy wuggy. That's it. What's happening?
I can't open this. I can't open it. I love you. Did your Winky touch his tutu?
You know what, Cal? It did. They touched. And it was great.
You are a meanie.
You just tried to hit me.
I'm so sorry about that, Rose.
Fuck you.
All right. All right. That's fair.
Oh, Mother. Mom.
Yes, hold on one moment. I was reading my Bible.
I can't be with him.
You what?
I can't be with Cal.
You hold on one moment. I have to get out of the bathroom. All right. You can't be with Cal.
He just tried to hit me with duct tape.
Listen, it's the holidays. You can't break up now. You know how many times I've been hit with duct tape by your father? So many. And I just say, it's women's work. Now you be a good girl. And you marry him.
No, I won't. I'm going to find Jack.
You will not find that poor scoundrel. He can't get you the finest gifts. He can't even decorate a Christmas tree.
It's not all about gifts and Christmas trees and Winkies touching other things.
I beg your pardon?
I think I love him.
Love. You don't know what love is. Love is what Joseph and Mary had. And she brought forth her firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger because there was no room.
You really reading are you reading that to me right now? Seriously?
Tis the season. It is about Christmas, the birth of Christ.
No. I'm going to find him now.
And we're back. Oh, for God's sake. Rose. Hello, Rose. I'm so sorry we lost you there, but I'm glad to see the life somewhat returning to your eyes because I was getting worried. We've got another.
Did I drift off again?
You did, Rose. You've done it several times now. Do you see those EMTs off to the side, Rose?
Oh, yes.
Yes, they're here for you, and that they are ready should we need them. But as of right now, you do seem like you're back. You seem coherent. You seem to be in the present moment, and I appreciate that, Rose. So I'm going to try and get this question out quick while we still got your attention. Are we ready?
Okay.
This next question, this will take us up to $12, Rose. This next question will take us all the way up to $12. Are you ready?
Yes.
Queen Varia of Prussia abandoned her fiancé after. Was it A, observing a mother and daughter? B, consulting a fortune teller? C, being visited by a ghost? Or D, being yelled at by the captain?
Now, I've heard of the King of Prussia because I bought some boots there once.
Did you? Back when Prussia was a country?
No, the King of Prussia Mall, Pennsylvania.
Ah, that makes more sense.
So it could be observing a mother and daughter. That could fuck your life up quite a bit. Consulting a fortune teller. I met a fortune teller once.
Did you?
Yeah.
And did it in any way convince you to change your mind about a marriage?
Oh, they didn't read my fortune. I just met them.
Oh, just in passing, like at a party.
Yeah, you don't listen, Alex.
Oh, sorry. Again.
Being visited by a ghost. Ooh, like that movie where Whoopi Goldberg was rubbing on Demi Moore in an inappropriate way.
Theodore Rex.
Yep, sure. The captain, being yelled at by a captain, that can do it for you too. I had a dream as I fell asleep looking at my Captain Crunch box where he yelled at me to wake up.
That happened before, not the dream you just had in this moment. Just before this question.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I think it's C. Final answer.
You think it's C. You're going with C. Based on what? Oh, the fact that it's the answer. Being visited by a ghost, Queen Varia of Prussia was famously abandoning her fiancé after she claimed to have been visited by a ghost. Rose, do we need...
Jack!
Fabrizio!
Hey, I happened to notice that the Christmas tree wasn't lit yet. Does that mean it didn't go so well with Rose last night?
Oh, no, I'm sort of keeping that in my back pocket, literally. I got two now. I want to impress her. So, if I know I'm going to lose her, or if she's not responding like I want to, or I hope, then I can always light it on up.
Nice. That's beautiful. It's gonna wow her, man. It really is.
You are the best friend a poor boy like me could have, Fabrizio.
You are, Jack.
I love you.
I love you too.
I also love you, Harry Houdini. Don't think I've forgotten about you.
Oh, how can we forget Harry Houdini? One of my
He's
favorites.
the one who taught me everything. Harry.
Hey, Harry Houdini!
Ah.
Harry, I couldn't have gotten on the ship without you or learned all my magic tricks. You're incredible.
You're so good at the close-up magic. It makes me feel so proud of you.
You taught me everything I know. I'm going to punch you in the stomach. Ready?
Okay. Oh, hey. Okay, I'm going to go back up to the cockpit now and look out for space icebergs.
That's important. You want to be preoccupied with that. That makes sense.
Yes. And if any come, I'll make them disappear with my magic.
I love you, Harry.
I love you. I like a father and a son.
I keep pushing you in the stomach because you're so cute there.
Oh, I squeeze.
Oh, man, I wish I could see Rose again right now. I know if I saw her, she definitely wouldn't break up with me, and she'd probably.
I was standing right outside the door, and you were right. You were wrong.
I'm sorry, I said both options, and I can't remember. My head is all in a tizzy because you're so beautiful, and
I can't do it.
what, you can't?
Yes, I can't.
I think
I'm
no.
torn.
Okay, let me convince you. How's this for close-up magic? Hamano him to Lords of the Spirits. Down. Oh my God! Wait, who was that? That was.
It's a ghost. Why are you here, spirit?
I was summoned by this one, Jack Dawson.
Part of my magic.
Good job, Jack.
Thank you.
You, Rose, the beauty, are unhappy. You are sad in the current life you have chosen. I see that as clear as I see death is before you, Jack. However, forget that now, Rose, and listen to me. Follow your heart, or your soul will be damned in eternal space, like Jack's. But forget about that, Rose. Follow your heart.
And I'm your guardian angel, Beatrice. I will be with you for your entire life, okay? I just wanted to mention that it's important for you to relink with Jack so that you can take those 2 buttons and deactivate them, or else you'll never live to be on Who Wants to Win $20.
Beatrice.
Huh?
It's me, Sandra.
Oh, Sandra, I missed you at yoga.
Yes, well, I've been busy, but I didn't know you were fairy godmother.
Not a fairy godmother, I'm a guardian angel.
Oh, guardian angel, that makes more. Let's you and I have this conversation later. I think they know what they need to do now.
Yeah, just be sure to deactivate those buttons in his pockets, okay? It'll help with love.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Rose,
Hello?
come here.
Oh, did I miss them? Damn it, I'm always too late to the ghost party.
Oh, no, that's okay. It's okay. They just left. You'll be able to catch up with them.
Oh, good. And I just wanted to remind you, dearie, I love watching your love from afar. It's really wonderful. But I just wanted to remind you that Beatrice is a little even on the other side. So if she gave you any fair warnings, you just ignore him. All right, I'm going to try to catch up. You two have fun.
We will. Thank you, fairy godmother. Rose, come here. Come to the nose of the ship with me.
Okay.
Give me your arms. Okay. Now open them. Now lift off the ground.
How did you do that?
You're levitating.
This is amazing.
You're levitating, Rose. You're levitating. Can you feel
Wow.
it?
I do.
Listen, Rose, I don't know how to tell you this, but I think I love you.
I think I love you.
Rose, wait there. Hold on. Actually, take off your shirt. I want to do a close-up magic trick for you like I used to do for my whores in Paris.
New scene, new scene, new scene.
Okay, showtime! Showtime! Hello, all my whores in Paris. Are we here? Are we here?
Yes.
Hi, Jack.
Hi, Sansois and Julinda. Okay, so again, I love you guys so much. So this one, here we go. Here,
You want us to take off our shirts?
Which one comes first, the shirt or the pants?
Today it's Thursday. Let's do pants.
Pants.
Very
So
good.
we're taking our pants right off.
Very good.
Okay, Julinda, how about this? What's behind your ear?
That's a dead rat's tail.
For you. And who else? Amelie. What's behind your ear?
Oh, wow. What's behind my ear is another ship that the Apollo 13 can go into to protect itself like a shield.
Wow. Do you want to keep this or should I?
I think you should keep it and use it.
Actually, can I keep it? Do you mind, Jack?
Oh, sure. You need it more than I do.
My
Thank
turn.
you, my love.
Oh, down here. Ratatouille?
Yes, to me. What's behind my ear?
Ratatouille, you don't need to turn tricks like the rest of them. You are a successful chef.
Oh, but I want to make the most of my life.
Okay,
Isn't it funny that we turn tricks and you turn tricks in your own way?
Yes.
It's,
Do me.
Oh, I
What's
see what
behind
you.
my ear?
Oh, yes, that is very good, actually. Amelie, very smart. Okay, Ratatouille, what's behind your ear?
Oh, it's a lump of coal. It's a lump of coal. It should be in my stocking because I was a bad girl.
I'll keep all of these with me forever. I love you, horse. I love you
Jack,
so
you
much.
never took for anything from behind my ear.
Oh, sorry. What's behind your ear?
It's a third button.
Oh, great.
And this one is destruction proof. Oh, I love it.
I don't know why I'll need this or when, but I'll keep it in my heart.
Please, always do.
Goodbye, Amelie. Goodbye, Ratatouille. Goodbye, Georgie.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, that was my
Hey.
crew for a long time. Oh,
I'm ready, Jack.
I'm sorry. I'm nervous all of a sudden. What's behind this ear?
Whoa.
Oh,
It's
incredible.
yeah, it is.
Another explosive button.
Wow.
You share the
really
same.
are good.
You must feel the same way I do, Rose.
I do.
Well, do you want to press this button with me? Because I feel like our hearts have exploded together, so we might as well do it in a symbolic way.
Okay.
Okay.
On the count of 3.
Okay.
1,
1, 2, 3. What's happening?
We have to detach the third class. We're going to detach because the rocket's in 3 parts. We're going to detach the third class to survive. We're going to survive.
No, my friends are down there.
Yeah, too bad.
Rosie,
Carry
prove
with me.
me now. We need to runny. We need to run fasty.
No, you run.
Fast
I'm running with Jack.
What?
I'm running with Jack. This is over.
This is stinky, Rose. Rose, this is stinky behavior. Tell
Darling.
me what you told me.
I'm leaving him. And if this spaceship just floats in the middle of space, it'll be with Jack and me.
I have something to say about that. Do whatever you desire, my dear.
Oh,
Okay.
I have something to say too. I'm gonna spank your tushy. Okay? I'm gonna spank your tushy. Yes, right. You have been naughty.
No.
So naughty. Take off your pants right now. We're gonna do this.
My daughter doesn't belong to you.
I was called here because I'm supposed to arrest somebody.
Yes, arrest this baddie bad.
I didn't do anything. Rose, you've got to believe me.
Bob Thornton's vial of blood. Check his pocket.
I found it. I found the vial of blood and a button that I'm going to
They
keep.
planted that on me, Rose. They planted that on me.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to take you down to the Masters of Arms room, something like that.
Which is in the third compartment of the rocket, right?
Which we're going to detach here pretty soon because this shuttle's going down. And remember, there's only enough escape pods for half of you. So
Wait, so just for clarification, only the lower class are getting cut off?
to survive, yes. The first and the second we could possibly keep. So
Okay, I just found this button in Jack's belongings, along with this vial of blood.
oh yeah,
And it
well
looks like it has
I have
1
this
and 2 on it, and I'm just gonna
electromagnetic pulse, and boom, you can't use it because of the electronic magnetic pulse thing. So yeah, figure out another way to sink the ship, huh?
You mean with this?
That a Nintendo Switch? No, not the Nintendo Switch.
Is that?
Oh, that's it. That's it. We're going down. We're going down in an hour. Save yourselves.
Christmas is ruined.
Rose, come save me!
Rose, you know you need to be with me, Rosie Poo. All right? Hey, look at me. Look at me. Hey. I am sorry for everything that's happened, but remember, peekaboo. Rose. Peekaboo. Yeah, it's so funny. Right, look. Peekaboo.
No more. We have to leave. We have to leave.
Peekaboo. Peekaboo, come with me. Come with me to the front compartment. Come with me. Rose, I love you. I love you. Come with me to the front compartment.
Fine. Just shut up. Let's go.
Let's go. Yes.
Just want to let you all know this ship is going down right now, going down into the blackness of space. So goodbye forever.
Let us out. You can't keep us down here like rats. Rose! Gallagher, hit a watermelon. Get us out of here. Oh my God. Gallagher, it's working. Gallagher, somehow it's letting the lube from the watermelon is getting me out of these things. Oh my God. You guys, we've got to break out of the third level.
We got to get out of here.
I hear you.
Rose, I'm here. Rose, open the gates. Open the gates, Rose. Come on, use the one key or your super strength. You don't want to use that key that'll reach people with that? Oh, Rose.
I got it. Come on.
Oh my God, Rose, half of the ship is gone. Oh my God. Rose, get on that escape pod. Go now.
You have to come with me.
Oh,
Gallagher, what happened?
I've been hit by debris.
Gallagher, no!
God bless us, everyone.
Owie for Gallagher. Rose, look. You get on this ship. You get on this escape pod. And Jack and I have a deal with someone on the other side of the ship. And we will get on that escape pod. And we will be with you with all our toesies and fingers. We will be with you with all our toesies, and all of our fingers. Very.
Just as long as he's safe.
He will be the safest. All right?
Go, Rose. Do you trust me?
Yes.
Then get on that escape pod. Goodbye. Thanks, Cal. You're a real pal.
Yeah, you're a really good liar.
Excuse me?
You're a really good liar.
How dare you?
You are Rose! I love you!
Rose, I love you! Rose, no, stay on that escape pod!
No.
Rose, no, there's only half an escape
birds.
pod left.
If you had to take the birds, I'd take my shirt off, remember?
I do.
All right, now there's probably room for both of us in this escape pod. Let's
Okay,
try once, and if it doesn't work, let's not try again.
Okay, let's go in.
Okay.
I can't fit in here with you.
No,
Here, I'll go half in, half out.
but the half that's out, you'll freeze. You'll
I
suffocate.
don't care, Rose. I'll be fine. I'll survive. Here, I'll put my upper torso in the escape pod with you and my outer torso in literal space.
Apollo 13 detonates in 10, 9,
All right,
Rose,
you have to
8,
eject.
promise me something.
7.
If you survive, ride horseback the real way with one leg on each side.
4,
Have a bunch of kids
3.
and fall in love. And remember me.
Whoa!
Never let go!
Jack. No. Never let go. I'll never let go.
And we're back. We're back, Rose. We've got one final question for you, Rose. Just one final question, and that $20 is yours. You've made it this far. You've made it this far, Rose. Here is your final question, and then you are going to leave the set and go back to your life.
Okay, I'm ready.
Rose, my question for you is, what is the afterlife? Is it A, meeting your teenage boyfriend, B, meeting God, C, meeting your actual spouse, or D, meeting Molly Gaby?
Oh. Well, this is a tough one. On one hand, it would be nice to see my teenage boyfriend again. I don't sound old. Or meeting God would be good too.
I think that's what a lot of people expect from the afterlife, yeah.
Yeah, I expect it to be Gandalf.
As God?
Yeah.
Not to look like Gandalf, but to be
the
literally
character.
Oh, interesting.
Could be meeting my actual spouse. I was married for about 50 years. It would be nice to see him afterwards, but I don't know.
You're not sure you want to see him again.
He had smelly feet.
I understand.
It could be meeting Molly Gaby. I heard quite good things about her.
From who?
The people in the industry, people,
Beatrice!
And Beatrice, too.
And Beatrice is still on the phone. We never really managed to get Beatrice off the phone, did we?
No, we're not good with phones, the two of us.
So you're thinking maybe D, meeting Molly Gaby, maybe possibly also B, meeting God. You do still have a 50-50 if you wanted to use it.
Use the 50-50, darling.
Oh, good idea, Beatrice. Thank you. 50-50.
50-50. Beatrice, good idea. Beatrice, still trying to figure out if Beatrice is alive or dead, based on what I've heard from you, Rose. But seems like that 50-50, we can go ahead and try and use that 50-50 on this question. Oh, and there it is. That 50-50 marks those two answers. So meeting your teenage boyfriend or meeting Molly Gaby, those are your two choices, Rose.
That's easy. That's so easy. It's D, meeting Molly Gaby.
I've always wanted to meet Molly, but I can't die because I'm a guardian angel.
Well, thank you for clearing that up for me, Beatrice. Meeting Molly Gaby. Let's check and see if that's our answer. Final answer D, meeting Molly Gaby. That is the answer, Rose. You won $20. Congratulations, Rose.
Thank you so much, Alex. I'm sorry I kept dozing off or dying or whatever I did.
Oh, that's all right, Rose. Don't worry about it. And I don't even think we're finished because from what I can see, it looks like your eyes are glazing over even as I'm talking to you now. Rose?
Oh, no.
Rose?
Molly, I gotta say, it is just, I'm just your biggest fan. I've been waiting here a long time to meet you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I'm sorry. You're Jesus Christ?
I am. Your father, actually. Yes. Yeah.
I
Your
fucking
creator.
knew it.
Ever since I
knew
created
it.
you, I was like, that girl, she's just my favorite. I can't
Yes.
wait to
Oh my
meet
God.
her.
I knew it. Dude, I'm sorry. I did not believe in you my whole life. And right as I was dying on a zip line thing, accident, it was a whole thing. I was like, I believe in Jesus Christ. And I knew it would work. And it fucking
I
worked.
was there. I was there for that moment. Oh my God, that was so. I was
Dude, this
just
is
so
so
touched.
awesome.
Son, Jesus.
Oh,
Let them have a moment, boy.
but Dad, I just waited so long. You know how long I waited to meet
Boy,
Mommy, Gabe.
do not forsake me.
Hey.
All right.
Hi.
I'll be right back, Molly. I promise.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
I mean,
God.
Jesus and God, but you're Molly Gaby.
Yeah, I am. I'm sorry. Do you know me from one of my incredible shows, or
Yes.
my podcast that's like pretty much better than This American Life? It was in the end. It was #1. It beat Joe Rogan. Did you listen?
Oh yes, all of them, all of the above.
I'm sorry. Who the fuck are you?
I'm Rose.
Rose. Cool. Rose. What? Time is money. What are we doing here?
I just thought, I always thought that it when I die, meeting you would kind of be like, the first person I see. It would kind of be, worthwhile, worth this whole life, and it's just so nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. What's your last name?
Oh shit, Dawson.
Dawson. That's a pretty
Yeah.
cool last name. Hey, I got a question for you, Rose Dawson.
Yeah,
You want to see my tits?
yeah.
Kind of my favorite.
And that's our show! Let's hear it for our performers! Joining me in the Zoom room, thank you so much for helping us recreate Titanic exactly as I remember it. A special thank you to Scott Thomas for our spotlight, to Austin Sanders, who helped us out so much with that horn honk. Well honked, Austin. We have one more part of our show, and that is we have a final poll question for you, audience members, and this poll will be coming through Zoom. This poll question is entirely about tonight's show and our performers. Which performer followed their rule the best? That's the question that I have for you. So, take a look at your Zoom right now, and that poll is up on that screen. Attendees, you can take a vote of who followed their rule the best. Was it Rose in telling her story through a game show? Was it Jack introducing incidental characters? Was it Cal using that baby talk? Or was it Rose's mom / Tommy making it a holiday film? Was it Fabrizio, Cal Valet must sink that ship? Or Captain / Molly Val must keep that ship from sinking? The winner will get a gift card from Arxadica, a beauty line from Alaska, from the Alaskan native triplets that have started that company. And I have to say, their products are fairly amazing, all made from indigenous ingredients. So that will be $10 to that company, to the winner of this poll, in addition to $10 to Austin Sanders for honking that horn for those new scenes. And it is it is between holiday film and baby talk at this point. They are in stark competition with each other, although we have got some votes coming in for introduce incidental characters for Jack, for Rose, for Fabrizio, and for Captain Molly Brown. It's all fairly tight, but it is Cal versus Rose's mom, and so with a vote is the difference. It is Cal using baby talk.
Wow. I was robbed. That ship went down.
Cal using, we will do a recanvassing, but don't worry, Cal using baby talk.
I'm gonna recount.
Pulls it out, but because it is a holiday season, I may throw one, because it was so close, to our Rose's mom, because it was really basically a tie by the time we got to the end. So congratulations to Andy, congratulations to Alexis for being out in the lead at the end of this show. Way to go! Way to go, everybody! Now, the show has ended, but you know what still exists is First Nations. First Nations, First Peoples, this is our opportunity. Their COVID-19 relief fund, it continues to exist. So First Peoples. Sorry, I misspoke in that. First Nations. FirstNations.org. COVID-19 Emergency Response Fund is what we are sponsoring tonight, and they are available from now all the way through this video being up for however long it is up. So if you're watching this in the future, look them up now. Check and see how you can help them out now, in this moment. firstnations.org. They will continue to exist long after this show is over. For those of you who joined us tonight, thank you so much for making us a part of your show tonight. Thank you so much for voting and making this clearly one of the most confusing, intricate, unique versions of Titanic that I have ever seen in my life. Thank you to our talented cast one more time. Way to go, everybody. We will see you in December with Christmas Carol Entirely From Memory. We hope you join us for that show. We also want to thank Littlefield. Littlefield has done nothing but support us in this time, and we would love it if you would help us support them. So any business you can throw towards Park Life, or you can check out Littlefield's Vimeo if you want to support them with a little bit more money. By all means, please, not their Vimeo, their Venmo. Hang out with their Venmo, give them a little bit of an extra $1 or $2, because it is difficult to be a restaurant in New York at this point. It's difficult to be a restaurant anywhere in this country at this point. They need all the help they can get. Thank you so much for joining us. And that's it! Titanic Entirely From Memory. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.